Now see, at this point, I'm going to make the assumption, without taking the other smoke alarm off, in the next bedroom over, because I told you I was going to have to put a ceiling fan in there too. And if that one's a round box like that too, I've got the same issue there. So another reason of accessing that crawl space, to see how difficult it's going to be to get all the way up through here, okay, and see if I can't fish it over. Because if I can do that all from that ceiling, then that means I can do that for the next one too. No sense monkeying around trying to get this box out. If I could get this box out, it might take me an hour and a half, but then I've got another hour and a half, 2 hours to take that other box out when I get ready for that ceiling fan. So, you know, my mind is churning right now on the easiest and quickest way to get this done. So I think my next step, obviously, because I have a crawl space, I'm going to check that out next. Now see, lots of times between a first and second floor, you're not necessarily going to have a crawl space. This one just happens to have a crawl space, I believe, because, like I said, there should be TGI floor joists above here, big, huge, tall ones with the crisscrossing metal braces and stuff, because this span is so far, and there's a floor above here. The main floor is up above here. That's why they've got the crawl hole down here. Lots of times, like I say, regular houses years ago, they didn't do it like that. They built it with floor joists and stuff, and you wouldn't have any access between the first and second floor because there's a floor above here. Do you see what I mean? And then, yes, you would have to start figuring out how to get your power over to here from a box like that, or from a light switch up and over, or from there over. How are you going to do it? And if your floor joists are there, how are you going to do it? You can't just start drilling holes through your floor joist depending where your holes are. You can't just drill holes through the middle of a room with on floor joists. You're not supposed to do that. You'd have to do it on the sides. I'd have to take that out and drill holes over here to get it over here, cut a hole there, then fish the wire from here over the ceiling fan in the bay of where the floor joists are running. Do you see what I mean? And if the floor joists were running this way, then I'd have to go from there over that way, boom, 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 drill holes, and then come across in that bay. But because I have the possibility that there's big, huge TGIs up here, that's why I'm going to check out this this chase area. I believe this crawl space should be able to access this ceiling above this chase. This area is called an air conditioning chase, and they probably came from somewhere up on the first floor down to the bottom walkout area here. You can call it a basement, a walkout, whatever. And there's going to be some air conditioning ducts in here going over to hit the floor above here, because all of the registers are down on the floor like this. Okay, even up on the main floor, and that's how sometimes they do it. They'll run registers down on the floor. Okay, like these, and they've got that up on the first and second floors. Okay, so okay, enough of that. I'm gonna have to get up in here. I've got to score this with the drywall knife first before I can push it up. I can't just try to beat this up because they've painted it. I don't know if they've actually caulked it. They might have just painted. We'll take a look, but either way, I'm gonna have to score it. I don't want to mess up this any more than I have to. Okay, I guess I can reach it with that. I can get it with this too. I'll have to use that once I get that open, but hear me out here for a second. I initially was only planning on doing the one ceiling fan over there, but if in fact my hypothesis is right and I can get down all the way through here, it would behoove me not to run the electrical wiring from the other smoke alarm to a new box location for where the ceiling fan is going to be in this back bedroom too, right? At the same time. Okay, because I'm going to have to put a box up here for that one off of that smoke alarm. See, the light's not very good in here, is it? There's not much light, but I'll get a, you know, if I had to do that, I would open blinds for you and stuff like that, but that one's off too. I'd have to take that one out so that if I get in there, then I can pop a hole on that one so I can gain access, get my box set up how I was explaining it to you before, so that while I'm up there I can run the wire from here to that box, and then while I'm up there I can run it from that smoke alarm down to another box. And maybe that's all I do today. I was planning on doing everything for one ceiling fan and be done with it before I work on another ceiling fan. But if I've got to get up there, then that's what I would do. You see, because the third ceiling fan, if you were with me at the first, you know I'm going to be installing 3 ceiling fans. The other ceiling fan is up on the main floor, and there's an attic above there. So chances are I may. And see, that one's different too. The ceiling joists are going to be different up there, and I should be able to go from a smoke alarm to there, depending if they made the smoke alarm with the rectangular box, like for a electrical outlet or something. Yeah, I'm very surprised because most smoke alarms I've ever put in, all the boxes are always a rectangular one. You know, and you can fit the round one on there and they fit just fine. That just kind of shocked me that was a round box. Kind of bummed me out because it's throwing me all out of whack. So even the one upstairs, I still am going to have to crawl through the attic, and there's another access up there, fairly close to where I need to go. So that's pretty good, and I can do it that way. And I won't have to be down on my hands and knees like this one here, okay? All right, so this is, I'm getting ready for this one now, okay? Should I show this? Sometimes I don't know if I should show certain things on video or not, and just show you what I come up with. But I know I can't just push this up, okay? And I should be able to pop this up once I get this scored. And like I said, I think they just caulked it, and that's it. If this was not a crawl hole, they would not have it set up like this. Okay, so we've been in this house for a while. I've never had to get up here, so I thought no sense scoring this. You know, I'm not sure why most crawl holes that I've ever gone through have not been caulked in like this. And I don't know if it was just the last painter decided to do that on his own. Before he moved in here, we had the whole place painted, and he might have done it. I'm just trying to be careful to keep the line straight. And when I get all done, I could recaulk it if I wanted, because this is in a living area. So do I really want to see this a score mark or anything? Now I just have to be careful, because if I try to pop this open too hard, I could crack a corner off. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to keep scoring it. I'm not going to show anymore on the video camera for this. I got to get up there, and I might have to get up with my other ladder, score, and very carefully get that around there. I might have to change my blade, make sure I put a sharper one on there. But we've got to get that crawl hole open.